Foundation for inviting me to come and speak to you tonight. I'm honored to represent the hundreds of families in Georgia who are so invested in this search for a cure. This is my son, Caleb. On February 15th, 2010, at 1 o'clock in the afternoon, I received a call from our pediatrician. It took her less than 30 seconds to deliver the staggering news: your son's newborn screening has come back positive for cystic fibrosis. I can still remember that moment with crystal clarity. I suspect that memory will always be razor sharp. I stood in the middle of my living room floor, holding my 3-week son in my arms and feeling like I had just been punched in the stomach. I couldn't breathe. I couldn't think. I couldn't move. I wasn't prepared to raise a child that I might have to someday bury. Those early days were very difficult, as you can imagine. I tried to become an expert on cystic fibrosis as quickly as possible, but most of what I read offered very little hope. I finally stumbled upon the CF Foundation's website, and I found my first ray of light in their drug pipeline. I began to learn about a drug being developed to treat the underlying cause of CF, and suddenly I could breathe again. I pestered my CF clinic with hundreds of questions. I read everything I could get my hands on about the development of this drug, at the time so new, it was only called VX-770. Little did I know how important that random number would become to us in the future. I got involved with the CF Foundation and I began to fundraise my little heart out. Here finally was something that I could do to help save my son's life. Like so many CF families, our story is full of ups and downs, moments of triumph and moments of tragedy. February 15th is a dark day in my memory. It was a day of brokenness and despair. It was also a day of clarity, the day I learned what truly matters in life. I know exactly what to wish for when I see a shooting star or I'm blowing out birthday candles. I understand the importance of savoring the ordinary moments that so many of us take for granted. I have learned the value of determined optimism and unshakable faith. I have seen the power of family, friends, and complete strangers united in one cause: to save my son's life. In January of this year, we learned that a new drug would be available to Caleb when he turned 6 in mid-March. In mid-March, we found out that it had been approved for children ages 2 through 5 with his genetic mutation. Just last Friday, April 17th, at 8 o'clock p.m., Caleb took his first dose of Kalydeco, the drug I had first known about as VX-770. I had tears in my eyes as I watched him swallow that first dose, that miracle drug, for the very first time. We will never know what his health would have been like without it, but we took a huge leap forward in slowing the progression of his disease. This drug will help him to stay healthier longer, and Lord willing, it will see him safely to the cure. Kalydeco would not exist without the CF Foundation's commitment to investing in research and development of new drug therapies. A cure for cystic fibrosis now seems more possible than ever, thanks in large part to donors like you. Like you. Kalydeco is a game changer, but it's only for a small portion of the CF population right now. Research have made great gains in understanding and treating the underlying cause of CF. Now we just need the funding to apply it to every CF mutation, and as you know, there are nearly 2,000 of them. Every mother deserves the chance to lose her stuff like I did when the FedEx man delivers that precious gift of life to her doorstep. Together we will find the cure that we all so desperately want. It is truly an exciting time. In closing, I want to express my heartfelt thanks for your financial support of this cause that is so dear to my heart. My son is benefiting from years of private donations, many of them yours, and I will never be able to repay your generosity. Every milestone is precious, and it seems more certain every day that Caleb will live to experience them all. At every birthday, every graduation, when he someday walks down the aisle, when he holds his son in his arms, this mother's heart will be thanking you. You